Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I have some bad news about Fernbus Simulator. So what we're going to do is that I'm going to show you guys what I mean exactly. So what we are going to do is basically we're going to put this on morning. Let's put it on 7 o'clock at the morning. Let's actually put it on 9 o'clock in the morning. So first of all, what I'm going to show you guys is the liner buses so that you guys can see what's working and whatnot. So we are going to do a realistic mode because this is how I like to play this game. So this is usually the new Neoplan Skyliner buses. This is the original ones. This is the double-decker one that everyone recognizes. But what we're going to do is we're going to head over to a game and I'm going to show you guys what's working and what's not working. So this is a free play, just so you guys know. I'm not doing any services or anything. Because doing a service with this bus is an issue uh, at the moment. So I'm gonna show you guys what's wrong with these buses. So if we get into the bus, let's close the doors. We're gonna shut the door. That's that. We're gonna activate the electricity. So this is, you guys already can see the camera is similar to Fernbus. Let me turn it down the audio a little bit. Let me turn down the master volume to 0 for a second. That's what we're going to do. Okay, so the first thing you guys will notice before you even touch anything or start the bus, the camera on this bus is similar to tourist bus. So now if we try to activate the headlights and put it on automatic and start the bus, as you guys can see in the back it says that it's activated because you can clearly see the red lights if I turn it off. See? That's it. So let's see if it activates if we drive. So what we're going to do is we're going to drive a little bit. Let's drive a little bit and see how the headlight feels. Okay, so the headlight is still not on. Maybe it activates if we go to a bus stop. Well, I'm just checking it. We're in Zurich, and I think the bus stop is on our right side, so we're gonna go to the depot and see if that does any difference. I am going to talk about the air condition, so just please be patient. What we're going to do is we're gonna drive to the bus stop. We don't have any marks, so unfortunately I can't. Maybe I'm going the wrong way. Let's check here. Oh no, we're actually supposed to take a right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a right here. So now we are on the highway. This is one thing. You guys can see the sun over there. I cannot turn down the sun blind with the dash with the menu, so I have to do it from the dashboard. If we can find it, of course. Let's see first of all if we can find the bus stop. We're gonna slow down here. This is a 30 section over here. Okay, the bus stop should be anywhere in front of here. That's the depot over there on the right side. We're not gonna take a right. We're just gonna drive straight forward. I can't see damn thing because of my sun, because of the sun. We're going forward. I think we have to take a left here. Any minute. Drive forward a little bit. Or we can maybe park somewhere. I just have to find the correct spot. Or maybe get out of there. Yeah, this is the depot. We can see all the buses that are parked over there. So we're gonna turn right here. I'm just gonna park somewhere and show you guys some stuff. We can park behind the second, next to the second coach there with the red wheels. So what we're going to do is we're gonna stop here. We're gonna reverse into the parking lot here. So something like this is good. The lifting isn't working. You should be able to lower the bus. Oh, it does work. Never mind. You just have to click it once. As you guys can see, the bus is now down. And now it should be back to normal. Okay. Now, this is the part that makes me not comfortable with this bus. All generations of this. It doesn't only affect this generation, which is the. I think this is the first class one. It's supposed to have tables here on the back, which it does. So yeah, this is the first version. What bothers me with this bus is that here there's lights you should be able to interact with. So if I click on it, nothing happens. Same here. If we turn on the air condition, it stays on 24%. It should go back here to 18, and then we should be able to bump it up. So if I use the dashboard here, it works if I lower it because it goes back to the 19. So let's put it on 21.5. This is the speed of the fan you should hear. Here is the if you want it hot or cold. We're gonna put this on, let's put it on driver's area for now and see if that did anything. And as you guys can see, these four fans on top of the bus, these should spin when you activate that. It doesn't spin, so we are going to put it on the windscreen heater. And now if we click on the this one, as you guys know from the last update, it should spin. It doesn't spin. It does not spin. This should spin, and this gives the passengers the air condition. Because if that's not activated, the passengers will complain about the air condition. So that's one issue. As you guys saw now, we put it on the headlights on automatic, and the front headlight is not activated yet. Maybe it's because they are activating during the night. So if we bump it up one step to parking lights, well, now you guys can see that it's on the top left here. You guys can see that. If I bump it up to headlights, now the headlights are on. You should be able to see the shadows of the headlight right there. Right there. And if I bump it up to fog lights front, now the second light is on. And if I put it on rear, the back should be on, which it is now. As you guys can see, those two lights is on. So the automatic light seems to not work, or maybe I'm stupid. The driver light doesn't work with the interaction menu. So what you have to do is you have to use your mouse and press driver lights on your dashboard. And now it is activated. So if I try to deactivate, it won't deactivate. This is an issue. This is a bug as well because if you raise if you raise the air condition higher or lower here in the dashboard, it should display it right here, which it doesn't. Now, if we there are some things here also that needs to be on. So this is one of them. This is the battery. This is the belt, the comfort drive mode. It doesn't say on or off when I press on it. Uh, this doesn't shows on or off either. Axle relief, it doesn't say on or off either. The traction control doesn't say on or off. The lowering, let's put it on. Yeah, as you guys can see here, it shows that it's raising or lowering, but it doesn't scroll down to down or up. The cruise control doesn't show on or off. The nav is not interactable. You can press on it, but nothing happens. The panic particular particle filter manual doesn't show on or off. Same with the automatic one. So now here is the thing, chat. When you turn on the headlight, the passenger lights, reading clearance, it should be on now. If we look, we can't even see them on. Let's go down a little bit. Yep, those should turn on. It does not turn on. So let's deactivate that. as you guys can see. If we turn on the passenger lights, it's on. And if we scroll down to night, the night light activates. So this is the night light, the blue ones on the floor. You can see turned, the floor is turned blue and the lights above are blue. So that's the only thing that works in this bus. So if we bump it down to passenger lights, now it's completely on, but the reading lights are not on. And same, and that's the same function with all buses. Let me go back to the menu for a second. Actually, I can probably turn the audio up so you guys can hear a little bit. So we can try put the master volume on 25 maybe. Let's put it on 25 and see how that goes. Start a game. Okay, let's see here. So this is the HDH Comfort one. As you guys can see, it has tables here. So if we start a game with this bus, okay. So now if we turn the ignition on, as you guys can see, oh what? Hold on a minute. That's the headlights on. If we do this, if you don't activate it on the dashboard, the display here won't activate, so now I can't see like what's going on, what temperature I have, etc, etc. Oh, now it works. These does work though. So now if I decide to click on it and click on it again, this will not interact. The right shade. So this is the complete opposite, which doesn't make any sense. Nothing activates here. If I do this, okay, so this is a bug, as you guys can see. If we do this, you guys can see that's on now, but that doesn't affect us much. If we do this, this works, this works, this works. But this doesn't work. As you guys can see, this is the only bus that works properly. Let's turn off the parking brake quickly. And let's put the gear on drive. And boom. The camera is the same as the original buses. So there we go. This bus is the only bus that works. So if I go off, you guys can see that it's working. Even if I do this, you can see that the reading lights are on. So this is the only bus. So at the moment, for those of you who want to use all the other buses, I recommend if you still want to play on realistic, if you still want to play on the realistic mode, I recommend you guys using the Cetra buses, the top class one. So either this one, this one, this one, this one, or this one. I think the original CMC buses are bugged, if I'm not mistaken. So this new Cetra buses is the only one that works. The MAN, as you guys can see, it spins here, the fan. Here, those 4 fans will not activate if you use the bus. And the same goes with the Neoplan Skyliner buses, because these 4 should spin when you activate the fan, which is located on the top right hand side here. So if you want to play Fernbus on realistic mode, I recommend customized so that you can have simple air condition and simple start from depot. You don't need to activate anything else. If you're ever going to use other buses and want to play realistic mode, I recommend use customized as your controller option or arcade. That's the only 2 options that does work with these buses at the moment. And same goes with all the other buses, VDL, Scania. I mean, the Scania you have to play on arcade mode to activate the passenger monitors right here, because these won't activate even if in the realistic mode it won't you can't activate it from the last update, and it's still the same. So if you want to use the Interlink or the touring buses, you have to play on arcade mode with these buses. And if you want to play Neoplan, MAN, or BB40 should actually work. Let me try and see if BB40 works. If BB40 works, then the Sprinter should work too. But these are like shuttle buses, so yeah, let's activate the dashboard here and see if this works. Let's put the front lights and rear lights. That does work. Let's put this on that and this on that. Let's put this right here in the middle. The ventilation should work. If we do this, this should work. Which I don't think it does. Hold on, let me... As a matter of fact, let me start it and see. Okay, I think the BB40 works. Yeah, so the BB40 can be used. These are the ventilations. Okay, good thing that this bus works. Okay, so now... Okay, so the headlights does not work for some reason. Does it? No, the headlights does not work in this bus. So, BB40 is cooked. Let's try the Mercedes Sprinter just in case and see if this bus is the same or not. Okay, we're just gonna try this. How long have we been going for? 27 minutes. Okay, yeah, that should be good enough for a video. Okay, so this is the Sprinter. Let's see if this bus does work. Auto, okay. Is that activated now? Off, parking lights, headlights, fog lights. So what if we do it like this? Is that gonna work? Okay, let me put it on auto and see, and start it and see how it goes. Yep, so this bus has an automatic mode which doesn't work. Let's activate the AC and see if that works. Let's put it on 21.5. Okay, so the Sprinter does work. That's good news. Let's put the temperature on. Like that. Let's activate that. That. Okay, let's put the gear on drive. Let's see if this... Okay, so the sprinter does work actually. So yeah, at the moment, the only buses that does work is the sprinter. The headlights, the okay, let's see if we can. Okay, so the sunblind does not work, so you have to play this bus on a day that's not morning. Okay, guys, so that's the video of today. Uh, like I said, if you wanna play the buses that I told you, the only option that does work at the moment is this one. No, not this one. Uh, these new buses, or all, or the other buses except BB40 though. So with all the other buses except I think BB40 works in customized if you guys try that. But you have to then activate the headlight control so it can activate the headlights for you because it doesn't work for you if you play on like that. And if you yeah, so BB40 and all the other buses are on this corner. I recommend using customized as your control mode. But this bus right here, you can use with the realistic mode. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please make sure to like and subscribe like if you want more guide contents just like this when Fernbus updates. But that's it for me. Take care, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.